Last year, Nirvana, with their distinctive blend of grunge rock, burst upon the pop scene and made one of the best-selling albums in America. Since then, Soundgarden, Mudhoney, and Pearl Jam have all followed suit, making Seattle the new Nashville. I went in search of the new Nirvanas and looked for the secret of the grunge success. The record label behind the big Northwest music explosion is Sub Pop. All the big Seattle bands are either signed to the label or were originally signed to them. And the secret to Sub Pop's success? Good old-fashioned hype.
After a few months of being in business here, we decided that the only way that we could really get in people's faces, as it were, was to buy the music press. We took the $2,000 we had left in the bank, and we essentially bought a plane ticket for a writer. We put him up in a hotel, bought him all the whiskey he could consume, and a few months later there were 2-page spreads on our bands, on our scene, on our label. We are media sluts.
Tell me about grunge. What does it mean, and where did the label come from?
Our company, as a record label, basically felt that most of the rock music that was being produced by the major labels was sterile and neutered. And we wanted to come across as something that was angrier and had more grit to it and wasn't quite as sterile as what you would normally hear on the radio here in the United States.
Tell me a little bit about some of your latest bands.
Earth is personally my favorite band, simply because they've got the most extreme point of view. They're the most confrontational. Everybody hates them, and that's what makes them great rock and roll. That is what rock and roll is all about.
Two-piece outfit. We're very, very, very slow and very loud, and some people think we're very boring.
All of our other bands, I think, kind of pale in comparison to Earth.
With the exception of the SUPERSUCKERS.
With the possible exception of the SUPERSUCKERS.
They are the mythic archetypes. They are the living, breathing embodiment of everything that is rock.
Great picture, closed casket. Say goodbye, a lot about 50 cars long. All driving slow with the lights on. Got a lot of flowers and a big ring. What good is that when you're 6 feet deep? I look at this shit, gotta think to myself. Thank God for my health.
Tell me what your band is all about.
Women. Lots of women.
Nothing, really. I mean, just,
Having
this is
fun.
what we do.
Legalization of marijuana.
Sure, if we had to have a cause, that would have to be it.
One Seattle band that's not signed to Sub Pop Records is Sick and Wrong, but they do have a great street buzz about them. So guess who's hot on their trail? The Sub Pop record executives.
We try and be a little more original than most of the bands that are kind of classified as like grunge bands. Like, we just kind of want to do what we want to do, and it's like we don't particularly want to follow anyone else. We set the lead, and it's not our fault that no one else follows.
Will Sick and Wrong be the next big thing? Sub Pop is keeping us hanging, but I did insist they tell me how many lies they had uttered during the interview.
There was only one piece of hype in this entire interview. We are not making millions and millions of dollars. I lied.